What's up, y'all? So we're gonna be washing out my hair because I had some products in there. Just shampoo and condition. After that, she's gonna blow dry it, and then we're gonna go and see her mix up a bleaching formula. She could explain it better than I can, so I'll let her do that.
System called Vish. Vish is awesome. It helps us do color management, and then anytime that you come back to your appointment, we can pull up what we've done for you and exactly how much we've used. So it's going to help us prevent from overusing. We're going to use some lightener. We're going to go with 20 volume. To start off, we can always bump it later. Then we're going to add something called Olaplex, and that's going to keep the hair in nice, good condition as we're lifting it. We're going to get our lightener. Got a lot of hair, so we're gonna need a lot.
Right when I moved here, he moved to Georgia, so
sorry not to judge my pouring, my on-camera pour. I'm gonna grab right behind our developer.
So my brother that's getting married in June, he's 7 years older than me, and then I have another older brother who lives in Cheverly, Maryland. It's like right outside of DC. He's 11 years, but the
That's pretty cool. It's a digital scale.
Yes, it's super new in the hair industry, and what's nice is, like we said, it keeps all the profiles, so like every time in the future I'm like, oh, I know exactly how much I want to use. What's even nicer is we have like assistants, so let's say, you know, when we're done with this, I run out, I'll go tell my assistant, hey, go duplicate that bowl for me, and then they can come over and all they have to do is just come in here and it's just already laid out for them.
Cool.
Which is super nice. Makes it a lot easier. I'm gonna grab in here and grab a whisk. Gotta mix it all up. Yeah, 7. Just for like 10 minutes.
You guys spelled my name wrong. Just
How do you spell it?
A-L-I-J-A-H. It's like Elijah.
Okay, so before you leave today, let's make sure we correct that in the system for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, so we're gonna start the bleaching process. So I had talked to her beforehand and I had told her, you know, what I was looking for. I showed her a few pictures on Pinterest, some stuff that I saved from Instagram, and we kind of got an idea of what I wanted. So basically, I just wanted to have my hair match my skin tone. That was the most important thing. I didn't want it to be too light. I also did not want any like orangey, brassy tones in there because I don't think anybody likes orangey, brassy blonde hair. It just doesn't look right to me, and we agreed on that. We wanted a nice balance between neutral and warm. Since my skin tone does have a lot of warmth to it, we wanted to bring that out, but we did also want to have some neutral tones in there too. So we kind of agreed on sort of like this beige blonde look. So after we applied the bleach, we let it sit in my hair for, I want to say, a little over an hour or so. This whole process actually took around 4 hours. So I'm not sure if I sat there for an hour, it might have been longer, but I believe it was an hour. So yeah, we put some saran wrap on there, and then after that, we washed it out.
All right, how's your scalp doing?
Good, I don't even feel anything.
Perfect. Usually it kind of numbs down by a certain point. I'm gonna keep the water temperature kind of in the middle though, not too hot, not too cold. I'm gonna keep the scalp all good.
So the reason why she was asking me if my scalp was hurting is because when you get your hair bleached, there is some pain, so don't be alarmed if you feel a little tingle, a little burning sensation, but it's gonna be worse if you shampoo and condition your hair, and that's what we did. So that's why. But as you guys can see, after we wash out the bleach, it's kind of like this yellowish color. I'm not a fan of that, but the toner is gonna go in and correct that. I was a little scared at first, but she knows what she's doing.
Oh, but I just like to get people to have that just in case.
Gotcha.
That's where we're gonna balance all of this. But it's a good lift. And the curl is still in really good condition, which is good. Relax some, but not over compromise it either.
Gotcha.
Use purple shampoo because purple shampoo is really great to support what we're gonna get ready to do, which is to tone all of this.
Okay.
It's good not to lift the hair. Like you can see here at your baseline, right? It's a little bit of a different tone than some of this blonde. But it's good, you know, when you overlift hair to that, then you put it in a more fragile state. So because we want to have some of that golden balance, we're balancing all of the above.
Gotcha.
But this is something you could do like once every 2 weeks. I wouldn't do it until your toner really fades off, but it's a good way to get some good correctiveness out of making sure it's not too warm.
Okay.
And it's shampoo, otherwise you don't typically move around like this around all of the hair. Since this is a toning shampoo, you would be washing everywhere, and you want to like emulsify the ends, if you will. But typically speaking, shampoos are only meant to just cleanse the scalp really well. So other shampoos, you don't need to emulsify quite this, you know, this way. But for some toning, it'll help. You'll get to see a fun change with it. Toner time. This is gonna make the biggest difference.
Gotcha.
So when I've gotten my hair done at other hair salons, they've always just bleached my hair and just let me go out the shop looking any type of way. And my hair has always had like a orangey, brassy tone to it, which does not look good. So I'm so glad she takes the extra step to tone my hair and color correct it and not let me go out the shop looking crazy. She really has a good eye for color and aesthetics and makes sure that it matches my skin tone perfectly.
I want it to get too cool. And warmth always comes up underneath it as well.
Yeah.
Like kind of like you see the tone. See how it's like what you're showing me, a little bit of like, I don't want to say beige, but kind of beige. It's got some of that warm, some of that cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's always going to be more warm that comes up. So sometimes I like to keep it on just that little border. And you have some dimension, you know, like we said, around the hairline, your hair is just a little lighter, lifted just a little bit. You know, it's usual because we produce heat, that's going to get a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
So you'll have a little extra cool factor balancing, you know, having some of those tones. Good. Right? We're going for a balanced blonde. So not too golden, not too cool.
So yeah, this is after the toner gets washed out. As you guys can see, that yellowish color is like completely gone. The only problem that that I had was I felt like it was a little bit too light on the sides. Before we continue with today's video, I want to introduce you guys to the Cologne of the Month, brought to you by Dossier. For the month of April, we are spotlighting Dossier's fragrance, Valgir Oud. This is a cologne inspired by Tom Ford's Oud Wood. And if you guys don't know about Dossier, Dossier makes premium scents without the premium cost. As you guys can see here, Dossier's fragrance is $39 compared to Tom Ford's, which is $250. So if you guys are interested in saving some money, you guys can click the first link in the description and it'll take you to the Dossier's website and you guys can purchase this fragrance or any other fragrance. Now, back to the video. So this is after all the toner has been washed out and my hair looks really good in this lighting. So when I saw my hair in different lighting, I actually saw how light the sides were. But I liked how the color looked up top. So this is something I never knew that you could do, but you can actually darken your hair after you bleached it if it's like too light. She could explain that better to you guys in the next clip.
So what is this stuff called that's making it darker?
Yeah, so this is essentially like when we toned before, like when your hair lifted, your hair was so, it's much finer here, it doesn't have to eat through as much. And also it has like the heat source from your scalp, so it lifts up a little bit more. So what I did is I toned it down. That hair naturally wanted to lift up lighter than like the ends of the hair. So I essentially made a toner formula where I'm dropping the level down to make it a little bit deeper. And then I put some gold and a little secret, a tiny bit of copper, but not like copper like you think.
Yeah.
It's just because if I didn't put a little bit of copper, because there was some neutrality in your previous toner, meaning like before you were really yellow in your pictures or video.
Yeah.
So when you're really yellow, we have to cool that down. So we use blues and violets to kind of cool it down just a little bit. But since the level underneath wasn't like my level of whiteness, wasn't like super white, you know, putting that toner on, now we had to kind of bring it back down where the other hair is. So going opposite of like neutralizing, now we want to add just a little bit of warmth in to bring them closer together.
So that's pretty cool that you can darken your hair after you've bleached it too light. I don't know what she whipped up, but it definitely worked, and it took a little bit of back and forth in order to get the color that we would be satisfied with.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
So now, you know, because when you have that white paper, everything you deposit shows everything that's in the formula. So we've got to put all these different colors in to try to make that certain color.
Yeah.
But your hair, you know, how to mix with that. So you gotta, like I said, go a little backwards to go forward. Fill the hair again because it got too light.
Right.
And now we can control some of that.
So like I said, this took a lot of back and forth. So here she's applying the toner again to balance it out.
Needs a better toning, I'll do it complimentary, or if there's any adjusting that needs to happen. But because we've had to go forward and reverse, it's better to like let the hair kind of calm down. Sometimes if you mess with it too much, it can give you unwanted stuff.
Gotcha.
But we'll check in like a week or two nonetheless and just make sure everything's all good. But it definitely looks good.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that.
That looks really, really good. No problem.
She's like, you just want to cut her up at her. Ready?
So here's the end result. I'm really satisfied with the way that my hair turned out. I've never had a bleaching experience like this. It's definitely the best bleaching experience I've ever had. So if you guys are in the 757 area and if you're looking for your hair to get colored or bleached, these guys are the people to go to because these guys are colored specialists. I mean, look at their Instagram. They do all types of crazy colors. So yeah, go check them out on Instagram as well. And all their information will be down in the description below. And if you guys like the video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.